I'm here with Robert Usey, the probation director from Warren County, and we have some other probation directors in the room. Like you said, I'm Francine Peretta, Westchester County Deputy Commissioner. We're here representing the New York State Council of Probation Administrators, COPA. We've given you our written testimony, which is more detailed, so we'll sail through our testimony for you. We're here to talk about raise the age. Since the beginning of the discussion on raising the age of criminal responsibility, COPA has been at the forefront in supporting the concept of raising the age. We have testified before the Governor's Commission, we have provided written testimony on at least 3 occasions, and we have been proactive in our support for this concept. We have been clear, however, that we could only take on this new mandate with 100% funding for personnel and services. Based on conversations with the Governor's office and the briefing book each of you have received, the state also agrees to this 100% funding. We thank the Governor for acknowledging that probation is a key player in making this proposal work, and we thank him for his 100% financial commitment. We believe there are many positive aspects of this proposal that we have lobbied for quite some time. A few specific ones are the option for probation to assist parents in obtaining an order of protection from the court through the diversion process, thus saving the need to file JD petitions solely for that purpose. Increasing the time for diversion services from 120 to 180 days will allow us the needed time to successfully adjust a case. While we are supportive of this proposal and know that raising the age of criminal responsibility is the right thing to do, there are a few programmatic issues that we believe need to be amended. We believe youth 16 and 17 should not be housed in county jails or state prisons. We believe juvenile detention facilities can provide for their safety, the safety of the community, and also provide needed evaluations, assessments, and services to those youth while they are detained. However, in order to do this, counties who run detention facilities will need 100% state funding to increase their capacity and services. Also, the state will need to increase beds for those counties who do not run their own detention facilities. They will need to make them regionally located for more convenient transportation for the county sheriff or the county police, while assuring bed availability for smaller counties. While understanding the Commission's desire to have no-pins youth in non-secure detention, we must also carefully weigh what is best for the safety and well-being of the youth. Some youth need to be detained or placed for their own protection. Runaways, by definition, are pins. It appears the wording in this legislation will prohibit the courts from issuing warrants for runaways, which then gives no one the authority to look for or provide for their safety. We do not believe that this is good public policy. We recommend the family court, still have the authority to place pins in non-secure detention if the court feels it is in the best interest of the youth and of the community. We concur that the concept of family support centers is very good. However, we recommend that they be available to all counties. We believe arrests under the vehicle and traffic law should be included in the pending raise the age list of eligible crimes. A youth could be arrested for DWI and be in a stolen car. In this case, part of his case or her case would be treated as a juvenile delinquent, while the DWI would be treated as an adult offense. The basis of much of the change in the age of criminal responsibility has to do with the development of the brain and its effects on the reasoning of youth. We submit that driving under the influence or other VTL arrests fall into this category. We recommend that all VTL arrests be considered under the new proposal. In a recent article in New York Law Journal, Henry Scooter wrote, and I quote, "Local probation departments, aptly described as the workhorse of the juvenile justice system, will surely bear the brunt of responsibility for the influx of young offenders. Probation departments cannot be expected to screen the cases at intake, determine if they should be diverted or sent to family court, prepare investigation reports, monitor compliance with court-ordered services, and provide supervision without a significant infusion of dollars. The state must reimburse counties for their additional probation and detention expenses and not simply shift the new cost to the county taxpayers. We could not have said this better ourselves. Probation is the expert in juvenile justice. We handle more cases than any other agency. We can make this new proposal work with proper resources. We thank you for the opportunity to provide you testimony on this very important matter, and we very much look forward to being part of the reform for making New York State's juvenile justice system once again top in the nation. Okay. Thank you. We'll be happy to answer any questions.
All right, this quote from Henry Scudder, you said you couldn't have said so yourself. Was he a prior probation officer in his other life?
You know, we do not know him.
You couldn't have got a better quote. Senator Nozzolio.
Chairman, I believe I know Henry Scudder. He's a judge, and we know him in the 7th Judicial District. He's a presiding judge in that district for the Supreme Court. President Wilmot, are you currently a probation officer?
Me? I'm the Deputy Commissioner of the Westchester County
Deputy,
Probation Department.
and you're also the president of the association?
I am not. I'm a past president. President could not be here today.
I don't know if you were here, it seems like hours ago. It was.
We've been here since 10.
So you heard the testimony of Mike Green.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you recall some of the questions I asked him regarding probation. I think it appears to be from a good news perspective that whatever is established, it's not intended to be an unfunded mandate. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir. We got that from Commissioner Green last night also.
Well, I'm glad he was able to reiterate it today for the record of this hearing. That's the good news. The bad news is that I guess I don't share your enthusiasm for the youth detention facilities of our state. And as a practicing probation officer, I don't know how they are in Westchester, but I know throughout upstate we've had horrendous issues regarding OCF-managed facilities, attacks on staff, considerable deaths in Western New York on staff from OCFS who were working in the so-called youth detention facilities, when in fact, even before this policy was changed, under current policy, we've seen very violent individuals who are happen to be young, but they're very dangerous. So I guess I looked at your comments and saying, are we really sure that this is the right type of place that we should be putting more young people into? I'm not suggesting that prison is a great place, but it may in fact be more secure, particularly those who have committed violent crimes. What's your response to that?
Well, Senator, we happen to run a secure detention facility in Westchester County, and it is run by the County Probation Department.
Not OCFS.
Not OCFS.
Big difference.
And we believe, and we believe it's run very well, and we have many programs and services for the juveniles that we detain. And while they're in detention, we provide a plan for them. So wherever they end up going, they go with a plan. We think it's that type of facility, if we're going to increase detention in New York State, it's that type of facility that those are the types of beds that need to be increased.
Well, that's all well and good for Westchester County, and I'm glad you're doing that, but we have counties in this. First of all, every county in the state can't afford one of these, and I guess then what happens? It's left up to the state to manage and to perform. I mean, I'm sure you're doing a good job, but that's not the case for state-run facilities. So please know that we respect your we respect the job you do, your organization does, and that certainly we'll look into how you do it better in Westchester. But we've got to develop something for those counties that are much poorer than Westchester.
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
The next speaker is Patrick Cullen, President of the New York State Supreme Court Officers Association. As I said before, the President of the Bar Association submitted their testimony. So the person to start coming down and get close to the front next is Jonathan Gradess, Executive Director of Public Defenders. Yes, sir, whenever you're ready.